Hello class, could be my last video, and I want to share with you what you can do with behaviors and layers. I know you did not work with layers much, but something I would like to use quite often. So what I've done is I added an image here for a castle, and here is interactive buttons to show how some of the rooms in a castle you can do more. So what I did, I created that interactive buttons. So I'm adding that particular pound sign in a link instead of a page, just to allow the mouse to change its icon to a hand to indicate that's actually a link. So in order for the behavior to work, not necessarily in order for the behavior to work, so tell me this action is going on right there. So what is that action? So I did pretty much the same thing for the button 1, button 2. I added a pound sign under the link just to allow the hover button to actually work better. Now I'm going to add, for each button, I'm going to add a behavior to allow a picture to pop up. But before I do this, I want to insert what I call a layer. A layer, which is another div tag, but it's positioned. It allows me to do different things, and it's very, very powerful and dynamic. So to do this, I'm gonna go to, I want to see my layer option here. I don't have one, so I'm gonna go to Panel, Layers, and I can insert a layer, or I can draw a layer. I'd rather to draw a layer. So I'm gonna draw my layer right here, just above this one. And it's okay, we can leave it as it is. But I would need to rename that layer so I can refer to it. So I'm going to double click this layer ID name right here. And I'm going to name it Castle Rooms. When we name the layer, this could be capital letters, but you cannot add in space in between. So I'm done with this. Now I'm going to try to add a behavior for each of those buttons in order to see a pictures in there. I'm going to move this one is a little bit up here so it would not interfere with my buttons. So now I'm going to call my behavior panel so I can work with it. So I'm going to go Panel, Behaviors. So I'm going to select Room 1 button that allow for that picture to appear as well. So let's see how that's going to work. So I'm going to insert, set text to a layer. Now I hope you remember your HTML codes. It's going to go less than image source equals sign quotation mark, and my images are located in my images folder. They're right there. So I'm going to type images folder first and give it that path directions. I'm going to type room1.jpg. Then I'm going to close this. I can always adjust it if I have to, but let's see how that's going to work. Click OK. So this is, instead of on click, I'm going to change it to mouse over and save it and see how that works. F12, allow blood content. So here's my image. When I'm gone, it's still there. So I'm going to add another behavior. When my mouse is out of that image, I'm going to hide this. So I'm going to repeat this process for room 1, room 2, room 3, room 3, and room 4. So let's see how that works. So I'm going to add another behavior for that same room button, and just in pretty much will have an empty content in there. So I'm going to go set text to layer, and I'm going to say just an empty paragraph. And it's going to be on the mouse out. Save it. Let's go back here, refresh. So when I put my mouse over the room button, I'm going to see that room. When I don't want to see it, it's gone. If you're interested, I can go back to that particular I can go back to that particular over the text and mouse over, double click, and I can add border just to indicate that it is still different than the castle. Again, that's something if you're interested. I can do a lot more with that. So I'm gonna go refresh. So this is a border, small border. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for room 2, room 3, and room 4. Hopefully you can follow me. So I'm select room 2 button. I'm gonna insert the behavior, set text to a layer, and the class that already indicate what layer I'm working with. If you have different layers, you have to select it from this layer selection process. Then I'm gonna add my code in here. Room 2, and I want a border to be equal to 2, and I'm gonna copy this because I don't want to repeat the process. Will make it a little bit easier for copy and paste. Click OK. This is gonna be on mouse out. I'm sorry, mouse over. Add another one. Just an empty paragraph. Click OK and change it on mouse out. Do the same thing for this button right here. And this is going to be room 3. Change it to mouse over. Add another behavior. Empty paragraph. Click OK. It's going to be on mouse out. On the last one, do the same thing. It's going to be room 4. That's going to be on mouse over. You can keep it on mouse click if you're interested. And I'm going to add another set text to the layer for the empty paragraph. Save it. Go to my browser and see if we successful doing that. So I'm going to refresh. Room 1 is gone. Room 2 out. Room 3, 4. So I hope you enjoyed this particular behavior. That is not in a textbook. Oh, we didn't do this on mouse out. Let's go ahead and fix it. It's still on click. Save it. Refresh. Now let's test it. Yeah, it works. I hope you enjoyed those exercises. There's a different way of doing the same thing, but I found it a little bit easier doing it this way than the other ones. And there's a lot more you can do with behaviors, and I hope you can test it and play with this stuff on your own.